going to have a look at the 3-needle cast off for a shoulder seam today. This works when you have no shaping on your shoulder, so the next instruction for this jumper is to cast off the stitches straight. But I haven't done that. I've left them live both on the front of the jumper and on the corresponding part on the back. I have the same number of stitches on each part of the garment. So this is what we're going to end up with. Hope you can see a nice, very, very neat seam. It's not very bulky. It's quite a flat seam, so it won't rub on the shoulders, but it gives you a very, very nice, neat finish, and you don't need to sew anything up. So here's what we do. So I've got my jumper. I'll make sure everything's the right way, because obviously this might not be a jumper. You can do it for a cardigan just as easily, but it so happens that I've got a jumper that needs doing. So you put right sides together and you match up your 2 needles so that the stitches are next to each other. And then you get a 3rd needle, that's why it's called the 3-needle cast off, and you go through the first stitch on the first needle, on the front needle, and the first stitch on the back needle. If you hold your needles together, it makes it easier. Go round and knit the 2 together. So now I only have 1 stitch that's holding those 2 stitches together. Do it again. Go through the first stitch on the front needle, through the first stitch on the back needle, knit them together, and then once you've got 2 stitches on your 3rd needle, you cast it off. I'll do it again. What's your back needle? That's the one that can potentially lose stitches, so just make sure your stitches need to be fairly close to the end, but just watch and make sure that you're not losing stitches. Go through the first one, go through the second one, round, slip them off, and then I always use the back needle to do the cast off, but that would be up to you if you find it easier to use the front needle. Round, back needle to do the cast off. Do it again, slowly. Go through the first one, go through the corresponding first one on the back needle, go round and use the back needle to cast it off. Round, use the back needle to cast it off. And you keep doing that across the whole of the row. It can be a bit fiddly at times, but if you take your time, it should be okay. As I say, you do need the same number of stitches on both sets of needles. Well, as far as I'm aware, it only works when you've got no shaping, because normally on a shoulder you might do a cast off. So you might cast off so many stitches, work a row, and then cast off the remaining stitches. This wouldn't work because you need to keep your stitches live. Through the first one on the back needle, and cast off. And I'll show you again the seam so you can see. I won't show you on that side because it's not finished, but this is, I've done exactly the same on this one, and you get a lovely, neat seam that will really show your fabulous knits off. Hope that helps.